you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty all right. The weather's pretty good out here. It ain't too
Think so?
hot, ain't too cold. Yeah, you cold?
I'm not. I'm not cold. It's just a little gloomy.
Oh, okay.
For
Oh,
such an
yeah,
exciting
okay,
night.
that's low-key. But that's why we all here to bring that light, to bring that
Right.
sunlight.
Good
Exactly.
point. Good point. So listen, you stay with a job. Like you're like Keke Palmer. You stay booked and busy.
Girl, too. I love that. That's good.
Like you guys are both booked and busy all the time. What does it feel to be like a part of this though? Like shooting stars LeBron.
It feels really great, obviously, because of just the amazing person that LeBron is. But beyond that, my castmates are freaking amazing. Mookie killed it as LeBron. Khalil killed it. AJ, Scoot. I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Caleb, you know what I'm saying? Wood Harris, Natalie, Diane. Everybody felt like a family. We all knew what we were there to do. But just beyond that, yeah, it just felt like home. Felt like a family.
What made this project, because you are booked and busy, what made this one different from like everything else that you've done? So you've been in, I mean, you could talk your shit a little. Like you've been in a lot of stuff.
It's good. I think with this one, it was so special to me because I got the call personally from Chris Robinson. And I did work with Chris Robinson before in my career. It was like my first major thing was New Edition story. So when he called me, I'm like, bro, I'm there. You ain't even got to say no more. He was like, I need a favor, man. I'm like, bro, I'm there.
Absolutely. And what do you have coming up next? Because like I said, the running thing, you stay with the job. So what's coming after Shooting Stars, after the world gets to see this? What you got coming up next?
So right now I'm working on producing 2 projects. One of them is called The Sauce, written by Chaz Hawkins, my guy. I'm going to star in. The other one I can't really say right now. I'm going to shoot a movie in Detroit in a couple months called Swimmobile, which is really cool. And then I'm working on an album right now too.
Okay.
Producing my boy Lucky Day, so I'm excited.
That's exciting. Congratulations. My last question, the fans would kill me if I did not ask. What do we have to do to get you back on Euphoria?
I think we just got to talk to, no, I'm just playing. You know what? I don't know. We're trying to see right now. We're trying to figure it out. If it's going to make sense to come back, if it's like come back from college, we're trying to figure it out.
I'll start a petition for you. We'll get McKay back on, yes.
All right, I need to see it on Twitter.
I got you.
All right, good to see you.
Congratulations. How are you guys feeling tonight?
I feel great, you know. This is always fun, you know. Knock it out.
Really great. Feeling good. So I want to ask you, this film is just so impactful for the message that it brings. Is that something that you find that you look for in your work, what the message is going to be, what it's going to convey, what the audience presents?
I don't necessarily look for it, but if it's there, you know, I don't ignore it or exploit it, you know. Because, you know, a message, if you push a message too much, you might give a one-note performance or something like that. So, you know, I try not to push a message, but if the character is a certain way enough, the message will come, you know, it'll come to you. You'll understand the message. So, yeah.
And I feel like some roles are harder to walk away from others. There's something that maybe always stays with you. What is the one thing that has stayed with you in this role?
Coach Drew is a very patient and compassionate and relaxed and stuff like that. So those are some of the things. That's it.
Those sound like positive.
Real guy, you know, and he's very compassionate. I learned a lot with just observing him and picking up on his energy. Yeah.
And what was it like to meet LeBron?
Oh, I mean, it's great to meet LeBron and other, you know, it ain't too many people like him, but other sensational historical figures like that. It's always, it's a
And
little...
being a project like about him.
Well, that's surreal, okay? I was in his hometown in Akron shooting the film about him. And, you know, acting like he was 9 years old in front of me, you know? So that's a big deal.
Did it help you kind of get into the world a little bit more, being in Ohio, being in that setting, getting back to that time frame, setting into the...
It does help. It does help. You know, you look out the window, you realize you see what he saw. And you don't have to pretend, you know. Sometimes you're on the set and, you know, it's fake. The whole thing's fake. Yeah. So, you know, you got to pretend more than you need to. So, yeah, it wasn't like that.
And what do you hope audiences get from a film like this? I mean, it's so impactful, like I mentioned earlier, but is there one thing that you want audiences to really take away from Shooting Stars?
Well, I would say I want them to gauge like the brotherly love of it, you know. It's interesting to have that happen, you know. A lot of movies, especially culturally speaking, you know, they tend to show a dichotomy of like the most sensational way. It's either like, you know, Boys in the Hood or or some kind of amazing billionaire guy. You know, there's never normal people. Like, you know, these kids was eating cereal on Saturday morning, you know, together. They were just homies, and look what happened. We all know what happened, right? We just don't know what happened before. So this film is the predecessor to what we know about LeBron, and it gives us information on it. But I hope people come away with like a good feeling of brotherliness, and for fathers and all that, I want them to feel like, yeah, I'm gonna engage with my kid like differently, you know.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful. And
My little doll up here, you know.
you excited to see the film?
Yeah, very excited.
He kills it. I've seen it already. He's
I
awesome.
didn't even see it yet. Thank you.
You haven't?
Not yet.
Oh, it's incredible. And you're a legend. You're an icon. So like, you
Thank
know
you
what's
so
up.
much. I tried.
Have a good day.
Very excited. Just happy I get to see everybody.
So take me back to when you found out like you got the part. Like this is the real deal. I'm gonna be on set. I'm gonna potentially meet LeBron. Like what was that like?
It was great. I remember I was ready to play a high school basketball game back at home, and my mom sent me a screenshot, and she sent me the message. She was just like, "It's crazy, you know, you got it." So you know, it was a great moment to be in a LeBron James movie and share this moment with these guys. It was amazing.
And tell me a little bit about the prep for this film, because I just talked to the producer, and he was like, "Yo, like." They're really playing basketball. Okay, we had to make it look real. We had to make it look authentic. What was that process like?
The preparation was great. Really, we just got in the gym like for a whole month before we started shooting, and you know, we would do drills. We would get up and down sometimes in scrimmage. So just being in the gym every day and staying around the basketball just helped us and prepared us to, you know, being in front of that camera.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what was your favorite scene to film?
My favorite scene would have to probably be the pool scene. You know, we was all in the pool, we was throwing each other around, water guns, so that scene was kind of fun.
And what was it like meeting LeBron? Of course, everybody wants to know.
That was great. You know, he's definitely bigger in person. I didn't expect him to be that tall, you know, but it was great. He was really nice and kind, and he dapped me up and told me that we did good on the movie. So I'm guessing we did a good job.
So congratulations again. Super excited.
Thank you so much.
Character was my favorite in the film. He just did not give up. He was just so relentless. What did it feel like to see that portrayal of you on the screen?
Amazing, because Caleb did an excellent job. You know, it even scared me at times. I said, man, he sounds like me right now. So it was just, you know, I know the work he put in. Like, we had conversations, and, you know, how he came across that screen, I felt that, right? His passion, his loyalty towards his brothers, like, that felt like me. That was a real thing, and I just appreciate, you know, the energy and effort he put into the role.
The respect scene, it's probably like my favorite in the film. I love it. Like you would not give up. It was so inspiring, really. And what was the one thing that you did tell Caleb what was the one thing that you did tell Caleb when he was approaching his character?
He really wanted to know kind of what was my drive, you know, what was my passion, what made me kind of be fiery, you know, and maybe speak my mind when I wasn't supposed to. So, you know, I just tried to share those instances and those times with him, and, you know, he just picked up on it. We were vibing, and it seemed he made it look easy.
No, he did. I mean, he's a professional, as he should. What's the number one question that you get about LeBron all the time?
They always want to know, like, how he is, was he that way? And I think this movie is going to show you a lot of how his personality was, why loyal and, you know, always there for his friends. You're going to see where it came from, and you'll get to understand him and us a lot better.
Absolutely, and I think that's what I'm most excited about for fans to see about this film too. So congratulations again. Nice to meet you. Loving the fit, by the way.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling about have you seen the film yet?
I haven't. I'm excited to see it first time.
Okay. So how are you feeling being here tonight in Los Angeles?
It's a vibe. I don't really I never normally outside. I stay in my house. So, you know, unless I need to be somewhere somewhere, I'm in the house. But also, I'm a big fan of people who have done what they needed to do, whatever their career path is at the top level, you know. So I tend to support things like that. And also, my friend Chris Robinson directed. So,
Amen.
you know, we've worked with many, you know, for many videos back in the day. So it's just good to see his level up too. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what is the one thing you're excited about for the film? I know you haven't seen it.
I just wanted to see what LeBron was like as a kid.
I think, yeah, we all want to know.
Because, you know, you saw him as a 16-year-old playing, and like you never really got to see the realness of it. So I'm excited.
Same. Go enjoy the movie then. Do your thing. You look fabulous. Nice to meet you. I would love to talk to you about this film because it really showcases the fact that you were so instrumental and encouraging and a part of that development in LeBron. How does it feel to see that relationship go from where it was to where it is now?
It's very special. You know, I just remember going back, you know, when we talked about things, and you know, when we were putting a group together, and you know, we talked about winning the national championship, and I was just telling them, hey, don't be afraid to say what you want. Even if people, you know, look at you strange, say it. You got to say it. If you don't believe it, then it's never going to happen. So you got to be willing to say it. And for him to say the things that he said, he wants to be the best player on the earth, on the planet, and you know, he wants to be the go. Hey, those are things that I feel good about because he understood way back then that, you know, your words are powerful, and you know, he's lived that out.
Ooh, I feel like you're preaching to me right now, honestly. If anybody, I needed to hear that. I feel like millions of people need to hear that, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you. You know, that's how we came up. You know, we always tried to help them understand that to use the game, not let it use them. And you know, you know, my wife says I philosophize too much, but I just like to, I like to read and talk, and I thought there was some great things that you know, we could get done. You know, and you know, we just used basketball was the tool. You know, yeah.
Do you have one philosophy that you live by?
Yes. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Well said, well said. And for my last question, I just want to ask, how did you feel when you found out Wood Harris is playing you in the movie?
You know what? Hey, I was like, wow, you know, I didn't know who they were going to get, first of all, but I thought, you know, I remember him, and I remember the Titans, and I thought, well, this is great. And then, you know, The Wire, I said, well, hey, so I was just hoping that, you know, I was surprised that he wanted the role. So I was happy and pleased, very, very pleased. Yeah.
It's such a great film too, and I can't wait for audiences to see it. And I'm sure you feel like you were accurately portrayed as well.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. I really love the content that you guys have been putting out. It's been so special. What is so special about Shooting Stars?
I mean, this story is so special, you know, one, because it's about our chairman, but two, because it is about brotherhood, you know, and it's about, you know, loyalty and lifelong friendship. So for us, it's like, this is just like literally everything we want to put in the world.
Yeah, and that's one of the main things that I feel like I got out of the film, and I was telling everybody about it. What are you most excited for people to see about the film?
Well, I mean, I want people to see just these amazing performances by these young actors, you know, some of which are not actors. They're actually big-time basketball players getting drafted and going to college. So it's pretty special. And our filmmaker, Chris Robinson, he was able to get amazing performances. And there's real life, you know, you see the camaraderie on the screen, but they've all become friends. And so I'm excited for people to see that. And some high-level basketball. You know, there was no stunt doubles. Like I said, we cast a lot of amazing basketball players so that we could do the basketball. So when you're trying to recreate this legendary team, it's a high order because all this stuff is on VHS and it exists, so you can see how it's supposed to look. So we tried to.
Right. Yeah, the basketball scenes were fire. I loved them. And I also want to ask you about, too, is there like a common thread when it comes to producing a film, when it comes to the work that you guys are trying to create, the momentum you're trying to create?
Yeah. I think for us it's about empowerment. You know, all our stories are about empowerment, you know, empowering the folks on the camera, you know, on the screen, but also in front of and behind the camera, you know, whether it be rioters or actors, you know, everything. So, you know, that's for us always the theme. Everything we're doing at the Spring Hill Company is about empowerment.
Absolutely.
And empowering audiences too, you know, with the content.
Amen. I love to see it. I can't wait for audiences to see this film. So congratulations again. Thank you so much.
So much. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you.
Briefly met at the house party premiere. Yes. So I've been loving all of the content that you guys have been putting out. It's been so incredible. I asked Jamal this as well. Is there like a common thread or theme that you like to focus on in your work?
It's a great question. I'm so curious his answer to it, but we have a lot of themes that we try to bring in. I think a big one for it is empowerment, and that's in our characters. That's what he said. That's in our characters. That's in our director. That's in all of the creatives. We want people to really kind of push their creative boundaries and feel like they're empowered to do so. So within our characters, within our filmmakers, we really try to make that known. So I love we're on the same page. Me and Mom.
Yes, always. And what was so special about Shooting Stars? I mean, obviously it's LeBron's story and it's so incredible for people to see, but what do you hope that people get out of this?
Yeah, this is a movie about community, about teamwork, about brotherhood, about the early 2000s, about Akron, Ohio, who's the sixth man in this movie. And I think it was really important that we kind of showed this movie through these five guys' eyes and nobody else. And that's really what we tried to do. So you leave the movie feeling something and kind of, understanding this brotherhood and family.
Now, I know you're not supposed to have favorites because they're all your babies, but do you have a favorite?
Tatyana putting me on a tough spot. Each one is my favorite for a different reason, but I'll say this is a really special movie to be here with this one. This movie's been in the work for 14 years. Rachel Winter, the other producer on this movie, has been working for it on 14 years, which is a long time. It's like a full-grown person. So it's taken a lot to finally get this movie made. So it's really great to finally be here and get this one out in the world.
And now we're here, Peacock, streaming, June 2nd. Excited for fans to see it. Congratulations. Good to see you again.
Great to see you.